Another boycott. Today, 2 federal agencies are joining the Boycott Arizona movement by cancelling conventions over the state's immigration law. My next guest is a Democrat and says these boycotts are harmful. Arizona Congresswoman Ann Kirkpatrick joins me now. Ma'am, I just want to make it clear. We asked the Department of Education for a statement and we received one about these cancelled things. And here's what the Department of Education says. It did not request to move the conference, but program administrators did move this year's conference at the request of one of our trilateral partners, okay? So let's be clear about this. The Department of Education has moved one meeting to the state of Minnesota. That trilateral group we were talking about there involves Mexico. So, truth to say, one meeting has been transferred because of the new law in Arizona. It's going to Minnesota. The Border Patrol is also cancelling meetings in Arizona. Now, you're a Democrat. I thought the Democrats were all in favor of opposing this Arizona law and boycotting the state. You're a Democrat. What's going on?
I'm opposed to the boycott, absolutely. And this is very disappointing. I'm shocked that the federal government would try to punish a state for insisting that Washington do something to fix our broken immigration system.
The Department of Education, by the way, is going to have a meeting in Arizona, and it will be next week. So that's not part of the deal here. One other meeting has been moved to Minnesota. So let me just also...
And that meeting, by the way, was supposed to be in my district. So that directly impacts economically my district.
Okay. Have you done a political calculation? You stand for re-election in November. Are you basically calculating politically that you've got more to gain by opposing this boycott?
I'm not. You know, I understand the frustration of Arizonans because we're ground zero for this problem. And I experienced that frustration when I was in the state legislature. I was in the legislature when we voted the E-Verify. And we did that because Washington wasn't going to do anything about this. Okay. So I'm fighting for Arizona. I'm fighting for small businesses. In this economic downturn, we can't afford to have a boycott. We can't afford to have anything that's going to hurt small business.
I just want to roll some tape from Janet Napolitano, Secretary for Homeland Security. Just listen to this for a second.
Okay.
The border is as secure now as it's ever been, but we know we can always do more, and that will always be the case. It's a big border.
Well, she said the border is more secure now. You're in Arizona. What do you make of that?
Here's the question. Is the border secure enough for us to be safe? And the answer is no. I've been down to the border. I've looked at the situation. It's increasingly dangerous. I'm talking to ranchers and farmers down in that area who live in fear every single day. That's not right.
The administration is not listening to you, though, are they?
They're not, and I'm not happy about that. I've called on the President and the Attorney General to refrain from suing Arizona over this law, and instead let's work together. Let's do something to fix the problem.
Okay, but so far, no real response to what you're saying to the administration. They're going to go ahead and sue about this new law, correct?
I'm very unhappy about that. That is not the right direction to go.
Okay. Congresswoman Ann Kirkpatrick, Democrat from Arizona, we thank you very much for joining us. We do appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
That will do it right here. You can catch Varney and Company on the Fox Business Network tomorrow morning at 9:20 Eastern. Let me do what Neil does. Fox Business Network. If you don't get it, delete it! They always say it much, much louder for Neil. Glenn Beck is next.